Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to your weekend. Let me get a little game sound on. If I can click the right button over here. Good morning, gamers. Hello. How are you? I'm good. I'm awake. I'm a little scared. I said I'm redoing my house. I told it to myself. I told it to my stream title. I said something about it yesterday. I'm also out of other stuff to do this week. Next week we've got Lunar Festival up, so there'll be something going on with that. But this is the last thing that I kind of had on my list that I was like invested in, because we got Alunira. I got all the decor that I'm going to get before midnight. I have collected now, so I'm kind of out of excuses. Greetings all. Hope everyone's weekend is going. Greetings. Good morning or afternoon. Demolition Sunday. Don't be scared. I've deleted my house completely once. You got this. The deleting, I think, is going to be easy. It's the putting it back together that I'm worried about. Last time I tried to decorate on stream, I feel like I almost had a panic attack over the floor plan. And I'm feeling a little bit of blank page anxiety. Like, I want a plan that I don't have. Hadn't noticed that the priest hymn had music notes. Where's the bard class at then? It's priests. We've been the bard class the whole time. Sick shirt. Yeah, we're comfy. We've got half a cup of coffee. We got 60 ounces of water, something like that. We got a heated blanket and a foot warmer. We got 3 hours of time, baby. Let's start by going to the house. The only other thing that I can think of, which is not that pressing because we're still only halfway through the month. Yeah, a week and a half left. I need to finish this at some point. I still don't have my Traveler's Log bar full. It's kind of a weird time where I'm not really doing a lot of normal content, so things that normally would just fill this by default kind of aren't happening. And I want my extra... I don't want to, like, end the month without all of my tender. That's not going to be any good. Okay, also I gotta make sure I put my gear back on over here. Da, da, da. Yeah, something like that. Alright, let's go home. Do I need to... My bags don't need help, do they? They're fine. I have a lot of cinder pollen. I never did go buy like 30 honey jars, but we probably could. Lunar Festival should fill it since there is new decor. How are we halfway through February? Just finished my bar today. It was a long road this month. Waiting for midnight to finish my bar. Yeah, that would probably do it too. I think I wouldn't remember to go back and pick up the finished, like, chest of stuff. I think that would happen to me. Okay, so my yard's fine. I'm not messing with this much today. I've been kind of, like, playing around with extra foliage and greenery on this side. I'm happy with this side. We've got, like, our little fountain. We've got the hot tub. We've got the greenhouse. We've got the chickens. We're happy with that. Or the chicken area. This is all fine. This is iconic. We're not messing with this. Let me do one last walkthrough. After all those bees, I wistfully wondered, do I have enough pollen to buy a mount? And the answer was yes, by like tenfold. Nice. Finished getting my house a little late. Now I have to start in my horde house. Nice. All right, one last walkthrough. I was messing around with it a little bit. I didn't really accomplish much. The sad version 1 kitchen. Over here, I gave myself like a little study. I didn't really put much in it. This is like you've just moved into a new office building and you've got deadlines that are due, so you've set up a place to work, but you haven't gotten any of your furniture in yet. Hi, Hazel. Hi, Fasty. How you doing? I do think I need to get more windows from the vendors. I used like all of my windows available. Easy way for pollen to get them out. Run around, nuke bees. Run around, nuke bees. Join a group if you like. That helps a lot. You can make a farming group of bees and wolves and farm mobs in that Cinderbrew meadery area. People will do that because they're farming for... I don't even know how I got that. People will do that because they're farming for Alunira, which is a mount that we happened to get just yesterday. So yeah, we've got... This was the nicest part. I think I've about seen it. This coffee table may get yoinked. These are expensive to make, so I'm only going to have the one. And I may end up using it for an aquarium instead of for a coffee table. Hi, baby girl. Do you want up? Here, let me turn on the blanket just a little bit. We'll turn it on to a 1. We'll arrange our layers here. Ooh, catnip! Each area needs one big central item. Design around it. That's one way to do it. Gransel. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, baby. How you doing? You want to say hi real quick? I was thinking about trying to get some paper and like on my desk and pens so I can kind of like block things out. I feel like you can block things out with like beams and whatnot in game. I thought maybe it would be faster to do it on paper. Like on an iPad or something. I am actually doing it. I can't promise this is going to go well. This may just be a 3-hour descent into panic. Hi. Oh, we have a nice kitty. Hi, how you doing? Isn't she pretty? Isn't she pretty? Yeah, May. Possible. That's what brings the excitement, you know? You never know what you're going to tune into and get. Let's go say goodbye to my bedroom. View 1. Doing Fisher Friends of the Isles? Hey, it's because it's a rep bonus for it. Those almost never happen. There's that. I liked this. I liked this. This was all nice. The nice thing about cleaning things up is that anything that you have previously dyed is going to go into your housing inventory, but it's going to retain its dye so you can keep the colors and stuff. No, my brain works best when I put things on paper. Yeah. But the computer's the one that knows what kind of items that I have to work with. Although, on one hand, I have all the items. I may not have copies of all of the items, but I have them all. No more dead dragons watching you sleep. Good that the open garbage room goes. Hey! It's a walk-in closet. I would maybe do like a full curtain instead of just a draped curtain next time. The dead dragon is kind of watching you sleep. That is a good point. All right. Let's do this. Let me stand by the door. I feel like that's best. You like my house outfit? This is the outfit I put in my transmog for the situation of being inside my house. All right. I'm even gonna, not that anybody would wander in. No, I'm fine. All right, we're gonna edit. We're gonna start the floor plan. This is kind of what it had looked like. One thing that I don't know if I want to do or not is if I want to have a second floor. Do I want to use stairs or do I want to have everything on one level? This was obviously one level. I think when I originally played around with stairs, I felt like it was taking me so long to run upstairs and access it that I was like getting bored and figuring like I wasn't gonna do it. Oh, that's funny. I thought that my neighbor was like revving a dirt bike, but it's my computer fan spinning up. I'm not running any extra software, am I? It's just WoW and Twitch. Nothing but good points. Yeah. Hug the kitty. She purrs when you hug her. Baby. Okay. Distracted. All right. Time to say goodbye. Should run my computer temp control just to make sure, keep an eye on it. Degrees look fine. GPU is definitely working, but it's not like on fire. Goodbye. This was one room that I had done. The walk-in closet, the living room, and the bedroom were all done with partition walls. And I was vaguely happy with that, except that this... I liked having this be tiny. This ended up looking lumpy. It also makes it tricky to do some other things. All right. We are officially empty. Welcome to my house. Dun, 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 dun. No simple stairs, Great Gatsby, or nothing. Having a hard time finding an ethereal Endeavor neighborhood. Maybe somebody in chat has one. Computers were getting kind of noisy too. Needed a good careful dusting. Yeah, you might have a point. I have compressed air too. I even have it outside. I used to have the terror of like, well, do I do this in the balcony and just like spray it all onto my neighbors? But I have a yard now. Just wait for a day when it's not raining. And blow some dust out front. Working on a full-on castle-ish interior. I read that as cattle for a moment. I thought you were making a cattle farm. Yeah, take care of your GPU. I'm just gonna keep the temp monitor up while I'm doing this, just because you're right. I don't want to have to buy a new one right now. What is a good GPU temp? Let's Google that. Ideal GPU temperatures range from 65 to 85 Celsius under gaming. Made to run at 105, but not necessarily a good idea. 80 and below is fine. 80 to 90 maybe Celsius. What are we at? That's CurseForge. 75. It's okay. It's doing fine. Yeah. Although we'll see when I actually get decorating here. I do probably need to dust my PC. Maybe I make a point and work on that today. Check your FPS. Oh, that might have to do with it too. You're right. Let me look at this. Graphics. That happens to me and I forgot to check. Oh, yeah. My computer's on ultra high. Wait, hang on. Yeah, no. No. This is terrible. I mean, I know my computer can do it, clearly, but, like, thank you. That was a very good point. For streaming, especially, because I am streaming, and I'm running it on the one. We're going to cap that at 60. For heck's sake. And then over here, I keep shadows, like, off. I turn a lot of this stuff down because I don't feel like I need it. And it helps my computer not melt, and also do this. Compute effects. Outline mode's fine. Resolution's fine. Spell density I like having less of. Textures is important. View distance you can generally turn down. I like to. And then I turn ground clutter off. Let's try that. Let's see if my GPU calms down. That should help. We do not need to be running WoW in 4K 120 FPS with ray trace shadows. It's not happening. Just because one can does not mean one should. Oh yeah, it's coming down already. I can see it dropping. That's satisfying. Endeavor completion chest. No, you can shop from the vendors in any neighborhood. You can shop from the Endeavor vendors in any neighborhood. I don't know what you mean by a completion chest. That's more of a trading post thing. You're in Canada, not should. Oh yeah, I feel so much better. It's like half the temperature that it was. Alright. What do I want? Tell me what you want. What you really, really want. I am gonna do some... I should find a way to do this on screen so you guys can follow along with what I'm doing. Shame I'm not better at Photoshop. I want to start with a list of goals. That's a good place to start a plan, is figure out what you want. Yeah, I need to do this on paper. There's no two ways about it. Hang on. Not this one. Not this one. What? Gotta keep those though. I'm still using them. I'll see if I can show you my notes at any point just to make this vaguely more cinematic. Search for it in House Finder. Oh. Like searching for a specific endeavor? That's kind of cool. House plan. My normal amount of education drilled into me that whenever I start a paper document, I must always date it. And I've, like... Yeah, sure, what the heck. It's February 15th. I've stopped signing my name in the corner because they're all mine. It's my office, but I still put dates on things. Okay, so I know I want a bedroom. I know I want a kitchen. I'm not too fussed about a bathroom. I haven't seen a bathroom that really, like, blows me away yet. But maybe I should try. If I did have a bathroom, it would be less... Also, my camera's kind of falling here. It would be less toilet and more, like, spa bathtub kind of situation. Bedroom, kitchen. bathroom. I'm making these bullet points really far away to give myself some room to put in some notes about what kind of things I want them to accomplish. And a living room would be nice. We'll start with probably just one of these, to be honest with you. But I want to have kind of an idea. Living room, and then I want an area that branches out into extra spaces. So if I want to add something like an alchemy space or, you know, some other concept, we can have like an access hallway, so I don't have to worry too much about upsetting my layout of original rooms when I want to build onto this in the future, because we only have 3 hours, so we're not getting very far. Access hallway for future rooms. The living room must have aquarium. It must have comfy seating. Meow meow. Must have a fireplace. Bedroom's also getting a fireplace. This is too many concepts. Now that I know what I want room-wise, I should be able to do a layout, and then I can pick one room and really focus on it. I think I need to, like, learn how to zoom in. Seating for how many? Not many. I don't think I'm going to be hosting large gatherings. 4 max. Afternoon Hazel, afternoon Alpha Centauri. Kira obviously agrees with the room choices. Yeah. Let's focus on the bedroom first. I feel like that's easiest, but let's figure out a layout. So from my entry room, I have in the past I did a cross-shaped room to kind of allow access. I think I want, I'm trying to think of how I would want like the house to work. Do I want to go through the living room and then have a branch in the living room, one head off to the kitchen and one head off to the bedroom? Maybe one head off to a hallway to the bedroom? We have plenty of budget. We have bonko budget. Do I want to open directly onto the living room? Rooms are also... medium rooms are big as hell. Let me look in the small room. Alright, so the bedroom is going to be small. I'm actually, you know what I'm going to do? Is I'm going to, on the layout here, do tiny, large, small, tiny, large, medium? Medium. I just so I can kind of like look around a little bit. I think I'm not going to mess with the octagonal rooms. They're really cool in theory. I'm too stupid for not squares though. I've discovered that when I started working on my house the first time. I'm too stupid for not squares. We need corners. Right angles. Otherwise when it comes to... I get confused. Okay, so this one's small. That's a good size for the bedroom. We don't have to use all the sizes. I just kind of want an idea. This... and bearing in mind that I have this habit so far of like scaling things up, and I don't have to do that. I can make things gnome-sized, which could easily allow me to fit more furniture into a given room. Like this is called the tiny room. It feels kind of tiny, but I'm trying to imagine if I wanted to use this as a bathroom. And we had like a tub that's like gnome-sized, or even maybe like a little bit bigger. That's still, in a real bathroom, this would be freaking huge. Something for me to keep in mind. Caligon, thank you for the 4-month reset. You think it's a huge tub? I think that's just about right size for my gnome. I think like a human or a night elf would be a little bit stumped in it, but honestly, I am a gnome. It's just my truth. Have you considered a jumping puzzle to a hidden room? Well, like a hot tub for a gnome. Use closets for my bathrooms. Yeah, I guess I should try a closet. I guess I should have a look. I haven't tried. There actually genuinely is like closet available too. This is the closet-sized room. Still large. More of a hall bathroom. I feel like the general... I guess maybe I'm just suffering from being a gnome. Like, the normal size of all the rooms feels so huge. This, I think, is... Let me look at my layout again. Large, and then there's a medium off the large. So this is large. This is like a ballroom. Garo RP, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for picking me. Also, Galagon with a 4-month resub. Thank you so much. See, some things people have created, I'm embarrassed for my house. I started to feel that. I could design it as a human, but I think I'm going to be in it as a gnome. So I think designing on a gnome makes sense. And then this is the medium room. This is the size that I used last time for my bedroom / living room. The medium room is still massive. The names are really misleading. Or at least they feel misleading to me. This is too big even for a kitchen. IMO. For me, at least, for now. And I think picking smaller rooms and just doing the layout smaller will leave... It'll make it easier to fill the rooms, and it'll leave budget left over. Because, like, in a medium... Let's put, like, a table and a chair in the large room and see what we're feeling like. This, I think, is for people that want to make, like, banquet halls and stuff. You know? Tables. Here's a table. I don't have a lot of copies of things. I may need to get some extra copies of stuff. This is giving church basement. It's a big room. Bigger kitchen, more fridges. Still only have a chair in my original house. Okay. And then this one that I'm in now should be the... Yeah, that's the medium room. So... I know my bedroom's going to be small, which is, I think, this one. This is going to be the bedroom size. I might use a tiny room as a walk-in closet, but then I can kind of curtain across it or something. I think the bathroom is also going to be tiny. I don't know if I'm going to use the actual closet for anything in particular at this time. I might make some bump outs with it later. I could put a closet off of the living room. Hang on a second. Let me try something. Let me try something stupid. How big does this go? Wow. Okay. Alright, so I cannot... Although, you know, there's always, I wish I was good at numbers. That would be convenient. I was trying to think, like, if I made the whole, if I hypothetically made the entire, what am I looking for? 270? I think so. Made an entire closet into an aquarium. How big can I make this glass? The answer is that big. And you could absolutely fill the gaps with, you could also do a standard doorway. I'm not actually committing to this. I'm just kind of experimenting here. You could absolutely fill the gaps with stuff. So you can, this is not accessible, but you can look in there. I think what you would do for that instead, bring the wide doorway back. Show me like the green. Oh, I have one, but it's already outside. Oh no! My greenhouse. Large structures. Structural. Large. I think there might be more than one. That's just a trellis. There's no glass in that. Maybe I have to get another greenhouse. I don't want to move the one that I have outside. Only use the largest rooms to split into like 8 small rooms. Yeah. Bedroom needs space. Started watching a video. The beginning looks so cozy. You have to finish watching later. Use a druid alt to go fetch items while I build if I need extras. You can place a doorway wall sideways to create a window. A doorway? I'm having a stroke. What? Oh, like this. Oh, we're gonna have some fun today. 270. Yeah, okay, alright. Interesting. Alright. Woo! Set up one of my 2 houses as a warehouse to look like an antique shop with all the stuff that I'm not using. Yeah. Alright. So floor plan wise. Medium's too big. Large too big. Do I want to enter? The bedroom needs to be off of something. It needs to be like a little ways away. Down like a little hall or something. I do think I want the house to open up into a room. And it should be a decent sized room. I guess my question to myself right now is my living room going to be small? Or is it going to be medium? I've been trying to do medium for living room just because it would be the only larger room in the house. But medium's just so big. Once I put my furniture down, it's like, well, what do you do with the other 3/4 of it? I have tried the night room. I don't really like the outdoor rooms. You want to see large? Large is crazy. Large is large. It's 20 points. 20 points worth of, you can also vault your ceilings. It's like class hall sized. Imagine the room your house opening up to was the bathroom. Yeah, I want to get the flow right. I guess I want to open into the living room. But maybe with like a little mudroom area first. We can probably manage that. So what if we open into... Because the last thing you want is to be taking off your shoes like in the middle of your living room. So let's have our entry room be... too small. Tiny. Let's enter into a tiny room. And that'll be kind of the mudroom space. If we want, we can have extra branches off of that if we wanted a different way to access like the bedroom or the bathroom. I think I want the bathroom to be off of my bedroom because that's the dream. It's so big that it makes the ceiling look super low, even vaulted. Yeah. Okay, so that's the mudroom. Here, I'll put a... Does that betray the Northwest? My dream is to have an extra place to put my muddy boots. I'm gonna do... Let's do a small... for the living room. And then the kitchen should be off the living room. Maybe over here. Maybe I just do a lot of small rooms. Nothing wrong with that. The L-shaped room, I'm kind of using it as like a hallway. Is it the same width as the regular hallway? I just want a little bit of separation between my bedroom and the living room. Just in case I had company over. I don't know why I care. This isn't real. But like, you don't want your bedroom to be like, you don't want people chatting to be keeping you up if you're trying to sleep. You know, if there's a party going on, but you decide you want to go to bed, you want to be able to go to bed. That could be the small room. Although, the only bathroom... Well, it's more of a spa than a bathroom. I was going to say, shouldn't be accessible, like, you have to go through the bedroom, but I guess we could always do an extra one sometime. And call that the bathroom, and then maybe do another one for the walk-in? Maybe you don't need a walk-in. Maybe just do a closet. Yeah, okay. I wish I could label these, like name them here, you know? Alright, living room, kitchen, hallway, bedroom, bathroom, closet, mudroom. And then if we want to later add access to more rooms, then you do like the cross-shaped room, and we could have extra areas for like alchemy rooms or whatever other projects we want to undertake later. We've got buckets of budget. I think I'll leave this hallway here for access to those other spaces. I'm not going to decorate it, but I want to be working with the doorway in mind. Yeah, just one bathroom for now. Bearing in mind that it's not even going to have a toilet because this game is a fantasy game. Why not put your bedroom upstairs? Because then it's far. The stair rooms I feel like are hard to work with. People do it. But like, why would I pretend I'm vacuuming 2 floors when I could pretend that I'm vacuuming 1? I don't know if a multi-level home is the dream, you know? What about when my gnome's knees stop working and she has a hard time getting up and down the stairs? Okay, let me walk through this and see if we like it. Or see if I like it. Mudroom. Living room. See if there's any changes I want to make. It does kind of run into the Animal Crossing problem of like when you have a lot of entryways off of a room, and mind you, you can change the doorway size. But when you have a lot of entryways off of a room, it makes the room feel smaller and it makes it harder to work with. Let's do a standard size doorway there. Do we want a wide doorway onto the kitchen? Or a standard one? Did not know you can change the doorway size. Yeah. It's nice sometimes. I need to be able to place like boots, otherwise this is not going to come across properly, but we'll work on that. You seem way focused on being practical. I don't think that's how housing works. You're trying to make me make sense. I don't think that's how streaming works. I think we're all barking up the wrong trees collectively. Happy with this as a size for the kitchen. Thinking about this as the living room. This is just access to additional space for the future. A lot of exits in the living room. Bad feng shui. Oh dear. If I start bringing feng shui into this, I'm never going to be done. This is a bedroom. That's the bathroom. That's the closet. Bathroom access needs to be... narrow. Closet access should be wide because it's pretty shallow. Maybe curtains. Although, by the time you get in through the curtains, there's like nothing there. I might work on that. Will you ever be truly finished? Maximum use of negative space. Oh, thank you. Oh, for a second I got lost. That's just the... So that's the bathroom. That's fine. This is on the chopping block. I'm not sure about the closet. We'll see. We can take it out for now. We can always add it back in. The hallways are so thick. I think it's fine. Maybe I'll build some storage into them or something. Have a question? Yeah, what's up? Have you seen the HGTV show My Lottery Dream Home? Never. Not once. Is gnome furniture smaller? If you make it smaller. If I didn't want to have the kitchen exit... I don't want you to have to run... If you're taking food from the kitchen into the living room, which is usually where I'm eating in real life, you don't want to have to go through the mudroom. That sucks. Direct access is probably better. The reason I want it to make sense, even though I know I don't actually live here, is because I want it when it's done to feel like a place you might live. And I know that while you're walking through it, you're probably not thinking, wow, this is not far to carry groceries. But like, I think that those little things are going to kind of contribute to an essence of lived-in-ness when viewed in aggregate. That's kind of the theory behind thinking about all of these little practicality things, is that I'm hoping if I pay attention to all of them, that it'll help it feel more like a home and less like a art project. Bookcase works like a hidden door. Secret bookcase, maybe? Something like that. You said there was a bedroom far away from the living room. What if there's a party and you want to go to sleep, right? Uh-huh. How do you then feel about the only toilet? Well, there's no toilet in my bathroom either. That is the one thing that I'm not doing, is there aren't really... We don't... No one's pooping here. David Brom... Oh, the main guy showed his house that he renovated for himself. Storybrooke Tudor, but a lot of blush pink. I'll make a note to Google that later. Hang on. I'll write it down in my margins over here. Love me a blush pink. Storybrooke Tudor? Fancy. Oh, opulent maybe. That's what the outhouse is for. Listen, there's a compost pile in the back. Add your nitrogen. Just don't do it when the neighbors are watching. Okay. Funny thing is, if I do decide to make the living room bigger, I'm going to have to redo all of this stuff because all of it attaches to the living room. I'm not coming to your parties. New currency and the plushies you can get with it. It is cash shop and therefore it's dead to me. I like housing, but they have enough of my money. I need it for food. My mortgage payments in real life. I don't care if it's 50 cents. It's not happening. Alright. Do I want this to be bigger? I'm worried about the living room not being cozy enough. Also, I'm getting lost a little bit, but that's because we haven't really customized the rooms yet, so you don't really know where you are. So this is the living room right now. Do I want it bigger? Let me chuck down some temp furniture just to kind of get a feel for this. Stick like a... Problem with all these exits is where the heck do you put the fireplace? What if instead of the cross room opening up off of the living room, you stick it off of something else? You know, you could do like an L shape to extra space off of the mudroom. I think that makes more sense. I'm still happy with bedroom access off the living room. I might kill the hallway. I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to kill the L-shaped hallway. It's going to be pretty cozy. Kitchen, living room. Let's try it medium, see if we can make it work. And then that's going to add a little bit of variety between the rooms. So that one's a bedroom, that one's a kitchen. And then the bathroom is going to be tiny, and it's going to be, I think, here. This is just for the future. Thinking about a sunroom, but like the outdoor rooms are just so funny. You don't go outside. Most fun houses I've scoped out are the ones where the floor plan has you get lost because the house turns in on itself. Alright, let me look at this medium room and see if it feels too enormous. Alright, so this gives you mudroom. Access to the rest of the house. Not necessarily too big, especially not if we combine like the living room space with the dining space. Bedroom's off that way, kitchen's off this way. It's funny, in a house you don't normally have a doorway right in the middle of a wall. Should I make a warlock? Yeah. I think you should. I guess I just want to make sure I'm really happy with my layout, because I know that if I change my mind about the size of the living room again and everything's coming off of it, I'd have to wait until they let me actually save my layout. I think we can make this work. It might need a little bit of dividing up, but I think we can handle one medium room. It'll be for living room, medium. It's also gonna have some dining space. I'm gonna put entertainment with a question mark, because normally it would be like a TV, and I'm sure we could approximate a TV, but maybe in World of Warcraft you entertain yourself by sitting in your house and watching, I don't know, watching your potions bubble, watching your stasis pod remain in stasis. Yeah, hopefully the save feature will come soon, and maybe an undo feature. Watch your friends put on skits. A stage would be kind of cute. A stage would be kind of sick. Why do I need a stage in my house? Well, so for performing. Stage, question mark? The books, there's going to be some books near the seating and fireplace. There's also going to be books in my bedroom, because realistically, that's where I actually read. Books are going to be kind of, yeah, karaoke night, Hazel, right? Yeah, it's for karaoke night. Exactly. Okay. Cash shop decor is still dead to me, even if I used gold to buy it on principle. I don't even want to advertise it to anybody. I don't want anybody to be like, oh, I like Hazel's plushie, I'm gonna buy it. That's how upset I am still about that dumb post they made about Hearthsteel and how it was good, actually. Insulting. Just tell us you think we're idiots. Bedroom, small, kitchen, bathroom. Living room. Okay, so this is going to be the bedroom. Or the kitchen. We could really do either way, but I think this is the bedroom and that's the bathroom. I'm happy with that. Okay, I think we have our layout. So the next thing I want to do is go through and pick like the customizations of the walls and whatnot. So I think for the mudroom floor, flagstones is where it's at. Easy to clean, you know. I don't want hardwood. I want something moppable. How heart-shaped did the pizza turn out? Surprisingly, actually. I didn't take any pictures or anything, but given that I made it in a rectangular pan, you could tell that there was an attempt made for it to be... you could tell that there was an attempt made there. So we could do stone walls as well if we want. I like the stucco, or the cottage wall. Oh, I can't customize my entrance, can I? Or can I? No, okay. Can I? Yes, I can. Okay. So that's nice. Happy with that. This is for the mudroom. Yes. Alright, not Belemeth. Maybe folk. Maybe generic? What about rugged? Maybe. Maybe rugged light. Meow, meow. Love what you've done with the place. Oh, thank you. I treated myself to bacon grease popcorn today. It's yummy. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm working on my house today. And then, yeah, alright. Is that mudroomy enough? Or do I like that better? That's nice, actually. I know it says generic and the name is kind of prejudicing me against it, but that's nice and I like it. We're gonna use that in this entry area. What about the ceiling? This is just for the mudroom. Oh, Interesting. Cottage core for the win. Marble flooring? I like the stones. Wood beams, wood panel. Folk wood beams. Rugged wood. Blood marble. I haven't seen the blood marble ceiling. That's interesting. Hello. Hi, how you doing? Fortunately, houses made from real materials, not paper as Americans do. Hey, we do that in Canada too. Nice thing about drywall is you can patch a hole with spit and dreams. In theory, anyway. I haven't actually done it yet. Hide ceiling is the nastiest. I'm not even really looking up here, but I see a little bit of it. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that. I think the entryway is going to have the rugged wood ceiling. It's going to look nicer a little farther in. Yeah. One fire away from perishing. Alright. I've got my floor wall ceiling for my mudroom. We open into the living room. Do I want to vault my ceiling? I don't know. I think the vaulted ceilings look better in the round rooms. It makes it, like, in theory, vaulting the ceiling is super nice, but in practice, I feel like it's going to make my furniture look even smaller, and it's going to make everything kind of less cozy, and it's also going to make it harder to hang lights and stuff without having it be weird. So I think I'm actually not going to vault the ceiling. Let's work on the floor. This is for the living room. I'm liking the hardwood. I'm liking the hardwood. I want them left to right, though. That's better. Left to right. Okay. Generic makes the room bigger. Never mind. What can a U.S. citizen be called other than American? U.S.ian? I mean, there's always, like, your name or hey, buddy. That always works. Depending on who you're talking to, you might anger them. All right. Happy with the floor. Happy with the height of the ceiling. Let's do walls before we get into ceiling. Usians, basically what it is in Spanish. Detrás de mí. Alright, this is the living room. I like the cottagey wall, but I don't think that's what I'm going to do for inside. I don't want wood paneled walls. The marble walls are a little nicer. But I don't know if it's like... Might just stick with the stucco. The generic walls are less busy. I think I like them, actually. Yeah, okay. Alright. It's a little better. This doorway needs to be narrow. That one's fine being wide. This one, maybe narrow. Want to look at all the house designs, but I don't want to mess up the one I've already got. The butterfly mount is a drop from the Love is in the Air Daily Boss. Okay, so you come in, you've got mudroom, and then you're in the living room. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's talk about the ceiling. Do I want wood beams? I don't want heartwood. It's too purple. There is a skin ceiling. That's upsetting to everybody. Same thing with the blood marble. Meow meow. Meow meow. I think the wood beams, but maybe in a different type of ceiling other than generic. Like that. The Belemouth ones, you're kind of chunky and purple. I do like having a little bit of structure in the ceiling. as opposed to just flat. That's going to start feeling a little too Sims. Thought I was done with Love is in the Air. Turns out I never got a bouquet of roses of random dungeon bosses. Oh. Rose bouquet. I think the folk light might be where we end up here. Generic is too flat. Let's think about the rugged, though. Big tied-on beams. Given museum showing big boats. Maybe. That's a maybe. The marble. No. We like the wood. We like the folk wood. The Silverman ceiling is a lot. So it's between this. I like that. I like that. That's nice. I like that there's a deep beam and a shallow beam. It adds some nice dimension to it. Okay. Channel your inner orc with a rugged. All right, so this is the living room. That's the mudroom. Let's pick out floors and walls for the bedroom. Floors may also be, they may match. I think the floor is going to match. The wall, I don't want a cottage wall, do I? I might do marble wall in my bedroom. Yeah, it's nice. It's like a little prettier without being over much. The bathroom can keep the marble wall. The bathroom can keep the marble wall. I think it can keep the flagstone floor too. This is definitely more bathroomy, but it's a little too much for me. I'm just gonna imagine these are heated, you know? Since you play Shadow Priest, maybe there should be a Xalatath room. Yeah, maybe. That's gonna be bedroom. Happy with this, actually. I'm happier with the room sizes than I am with the ones that I picked out originally. And then this is gonna be kitchen. I'm really not vaulting any of my ceilings. Hey, do I want to vault this one? I don't know. It's not a huge change. Well, I mean, it's gonna mess with my lighting. Here, let's figure out everything else first. Kitchen floor. Kitchen floor. The Silverman floor is just so busy and it's so bright. Do I want it to be kind of like a cottagey kitchen? Kinda. I don't think the kitchen should be super glam. The kitchen is a place of industry. Yeah, I think so. I think that's cute. Ooh, you do a different type of a generic ceiling and you vault it, and all of a sudden it's not so angled if you don't want that. If you just want it tall. Do I want it tall though? I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's too much. I'm a gnome. What do I need vaulted ceilings for? Okay. What about wood paneling in the ceiling? Kind of looks like hair. That looks like lava or blood. I'm not really happy with any of this. I like this rugged ceiling and I haven't managed to use it yet. I like it better in normal than vaulted. Weird that there's no current way to make a basement. Yeah. The dream of being tall. It's not a rugged ceiling. It's not. It's not a Silverman ceiling. Is it a folk ceiling? No, because I want it to be a little different from there. Yeah, this is going to be the kitchen. Okay. Hide ceiling giving slaughterhouse horror room. Nice. All right. I think that's my layout, and I think that's like my walls and ceilings and doorways. So mudroom, living room, kitchen's through there, bedrooms through here, bathrooms off there. That's nice and manageable. I like that. I might sneeze. Pardon me. Ahoy, Stumpy, thank you for the 35-month resub. This brings back so many memories of moving into a new apartment or household, all the possibilities, but what to do next? Oh, man. It really does. Thank you so much. Looks lovely. Thank you. I need to pick a room to start in. Honestly, I want to do the mudroom. I don't know what I'm putting in it. Like, in real life. Okay, here, let's do that. Let's figure this out. Paper. Mudroom ideas. Make some notes. Not mushrooms. In real life, it's going to have shelving. It's going to have shoe storage. Maybe umbrella storage. Coat rack for sure. It's the place you kind of leave all your outerwear. I don't hate having a mirror, like a standing mirror, so that you can check your look before you leave. Standing mirror, maybe like a key rack or storage. What does the cobblestone look like if you shrink it to the smallest size? Like this stuff? Let's see. Wow. That big. Key storage. Fishing rods, yeah. Fishing rods. Why not mushrooms? Weapon racks. In theory, yeah, the weapon racks might work as kind of coat racks. Gotta have a bench to sit on. Somewhere to sit and tie your shoes. Bench seating. The light should be kind of utilitarian. Utility light. Floyd Bin Lloyd. Floyd Bin Lloyd. For a moment I thought it was Floyd B in love, but if Floyd Bin Lloyd, thanks for the brand new sub. Yeah, I've got mirror. To check yourself before you leave the house, exactly. Which funnily enough I don't do in real life. Is this where you would have your deep freeze? Yeah! That or like a laundry room. Begs the question of, do I want a laundry room? Maybe. Yeah, we've got coat racks. So it's not big. It's not going to be huge. Some of these things may not happen, but those are some ideas. I think I want dirt. I think I want a mat to wipe your feet on. That's the first thing that should happen. Also, I need to clean my glasses. They're kind of dirty. My dog licked me on the face. Trying to get a Steam Deck all sold out. I don't know. What do you want to do with a Steam Deck? Good place to put the item. Yeah, didn't get small enough. I mean, it's pretty small. Let's see. We've got some rugs. Looking forward to Steam machines. Realized I don't like Nintendo games, so I'm selling my Switch for one. Want to play a lot of indies on it. Nice. That's a good idea. I just have an extra PC in my living room plugged into my TV. I feel like this is so much pressure because it's like my main house, you know? Housing doesn't want to end up with a Shadowfang keep problem where Torn would technically fit, but the third-person camera would keep smashing into the ceiling. Yeah, that's probably a good point. I don't usually think of that. Glasses go in their case pristine. Next day smudges are intense. I feel like my life is just... well, no, I know what happens. If I'm like doing my hair and I spray something, some of that's going to end up on them. Sometimes you're cooking. Sometimes you're outside. This is a nice rug. And like, you could shrink them down. Uh-oh. You can shrink them down. So the question isn't, is it the right size? It's, does it have the look I want? You can clip it as well. This whole process is going to take me about 50 years. Got the new mount at least. Nice. Have to get 1 Alliance flag decor my warrior. 3 microfiber cloths for glasses, lost them all in a week. I keep a bunch of them around, but I try to have a huge stockpile in a little shelving unit by my desk, because this is where I always sit down and realize I can't see anything. I should really put a few in my car, because that's the other place I sit down and I go, wow, I've been looking through these the whole time. There's holes in that rug. Okay, we're gonna be here all day. This one is an option, kind of like the fringe on it. This one is an option. Let's try this and then just like scale it down. I'm never scaling rugs down, I'm usually scaling them up. Looks kind of nice. I'm just worried I'm gonna want it somewhere else. I did get Alanira. I did. Alright. That's good. Do I have fishing rods? I do, but they're in my other house. I need more fishing rods. You're right, I need another character that can go get stuff for me. Check the back of things. For what? If you want it somewhere else, you just get another one. That's true, but that one is a tailoring one. That's kind of expensive. That's a Pandaren tailoring, I'm pretty sure. Alright, who's gonna be my fetch? Maybe Barnacles. Got this big spring butterfly drop. Nice, congratulations. Got love butterfly mat first try this year, and now I got the love rocket after farming it since it came out 15 years ago. Oh, sun decor looks cool if you flip it upside down. I see. Got me some sun chips, honey barbecue. Nice. Lava Cayestan Fuego, thank you for the 23-month resub. Appreciate it. Okay, I'm going to, Wetlands. Via, I don't know, Stormwind, Borealis, Ironforge, Fly. Assuming I don't want to take a boat. You could also go Twilight Highlands and fly. I might do that, actually, just so that I don't have to make it out of Ironforge. Yeah, Mage might make better sense for me, actually, to be fetching on. Maybe I'll do that after this. Slightly more natural porting around. Mage is the best fetchers, yeah. Excellent point. Next time we'll hop on a Mage for it. I'm gonna be... Oh, and I should pick up a couple extra windows when I get back to the neighborhood, too. I'm getting fishing rods for my entryway. That's what I'm doing. Ancient Dalaran, I choose you. So, of my mudroom ideas, the bench is very important to me. That one's gonna have to happen. Because we're heading, I think, to Menethil, pretty much. Yeah, not insanely far. So I'm gonna say the bench, the light, some kind of a coat rack, some kind of a mirror, and then the fishing rods for sure. And then if we want, we can add in extra shelving. Maybe wall pegs. Wall pegs? I like the idea of starting with this mudroom because it's such a small space. I feel like it's way more realistic for me to actually like do it in one sitting. Before I've been biting off more I can chew and then getting surprised when I start choking. Can Harrenir be mages? I think everybody can be mages. Their root network overlaps a lot with dreamwalking, not very much with mage ports. How about a window? I wish I could put windows in the door. 2 neighbor lots. Might be able to put windows next to the door. Attach themselves together with bridges. Looks like one big one. Oh. Like doing Stormwind Borealis Ironforge, but now that Borealis is in the back room. Yeah. I also tend to get myself stuck trying to leave Ironforge. I'm bad at flying out of there. Ironforge was way closer to this, by the way. I definitely should have gone there, but that's fine. We got time. It's Sunday. We're getting comfy. We're going to spend some time decorating. Let me go draw a square. And then this is the doorway. This is the extra doorway. And then this is the actual door. I don't have to worry about it opening because it doesn't actually do that. I wouldn't mind windows here. I'm just pin. You can't see what I'm doing. Also, I've gone too far, haven't I? Oh, it didn't take very long to get here. I don't remember exactly where the vendor is. I just remember that the fishing rod guy is somewhere here adjacent. So I'm just going to kind of check everybody. I do have add-ons that can help me with this, but where's the fun in that? It's going to be funny if the guy won't sell them to me. Hello? No? I swear it was around here. Do I have homebound on? Hold on. Hold on. Sunday. Lazy mode activate. Wish there were more exit doors for housing. Yeah. Haha! Other duck. Thanks, homebound. Stuart! Stuart! Yeah, you can exit the house from anywhere, but I think for RP's sake, it might be nice. Why did I only buy one of these? Give me like 3 more. And then take me back to the house. I'm gonna buy some windows too. It's an add-on gonna need to look into getting. Homebound's very good. If I was only gonna use one add-on for housing, I would definitely make it homebound. Looking for my gold. I'm gonna need to buy some more windows. I might end up needing more platforms and stuff too. Just leave this guy in town center. This is my guild neighborhood. There's, yeah, 2 houses over there, 1 there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's some people. Might get a few more before midnight comes out. Okay, one of these people sells me windows. I guess I can just do this. Elven windows. Gold share windows, yeah. Is it you? I want to do cool stuff like other people do. Oh yeah, here we go. Give me like a bunch of these. I want to do cool stuff like other people do with making things out of other things, you know? I don't have any ideas. Oh, this might be nice for the mudroom. Have one already, though. Homebound is what I'm using to kind of, like, help just find stuff. Need some more fruit. So cute. I have one of those in my other house already. That's how much I liked it already. The wicker baskets. Use a bunch of those. Alright. Could be used as a reflective water surface, I bet. Oh, I have to reload. Won't let me learn anything. Farm HUD is putting the range circles on minimap. It's for It's for this interface here. Reload. Alright, back to the mudroom. Sounds like a thing my old farming druid could use. And stretch. Back seizing up doing this. I like how so far all of my efforts are just trying to make this little square look nice. That's all I want to worry about right now. I want to see. Yeah, we got lots more of these now. Yeah, okay. Okay. Hang on, I dropped one. Definitely vertical. Probably on both sides? Maybe, maybe not. Think about that. Leave it for now. Okay. For now, and we can always take the other one out. I'm gonna do a second window. Make them kind of even. That adds a little bit of light into at least the entryway. Oh, I like the way that the light actually hits the wall. That's nice. It doesn't like make a wild amount of sense because we've got a square pane giving us this diamond pattern, but it's cute. Tiny little portal, like circle portal for the people, right? We should probably put our armillary. Is that what it's called? It is called an armillary. What a weird word. Stick it down so we can mess with it. I think natural light is going to be kind of my go-to, so I think it might do me some good to... Armadillo. Might do me some good to decorate the house with this in mind. If you haven't seen this yet, this is something you can get at housing level... Remind myself when you get that thing. 5? 6? 6 looks like. You can get an armillary, and you can get extra copies if you want more of them. They let you edit the type of lighting you have in your house. Default's a bit dark. Natural light is nice. Unnatural dark is cool if you want spookiness. I do believe it edits it for the entire house. I don't think you can limit it to like one room or the other. Evening calm is a little bit warmer, and then you've also got midnight, which makes things kind of misty and makes me worried about the humidity. So we're gonna natural light here. Does it change by room or floor? I feel like it's doing the whole house for me. Cool on the first floor. I haven't tried doing a second floor or anything. I do like that I'm gonna have, yeah, I like the idea of working on the house with that in mind from the get-go, because otherwise I'm gonna do everything all funky. Okay. Hang on, I need a green-winged macaw. About to nuke my house, start from scratch. Feel that. I am actually... So where would I want my... I think the shoe bench maybe... Like the mirror, maybe a mirror. Here. I'm doing, oh wow, I need to slouch if I want to be in the shot if I'm not gonna fix my camera. I'm doing like notes, and I'm trying to like sketch out where I want to put stuff in a given room. I feel like paper is kind of like, I mean, this looks like a mess, but I feel like paper is kind of the move for this to, at least for me. I feel like having a plan is nice. Because you can definitely like block things out in the place. Like you can lay out beams and stuff, but I feel like it's sketching a layout just makes it easier for me. I need... Watched a bunch of YouTube videos of house tours for inspo. Oh, yeah? Oh, I couldn't do it. I watched a couple of shorts of people, like, building things. Like, I saw that really viral one of somebody making a bathroom vanity. And I've toured a couple of houses in person, but I feel like the YouTube videos were overwhelming me. They were scaring me. You might be capped on your house XP from endeavors. There's only so much XP you can get from endeavors at a given time. If you want to continue leveling your house, you might need to get more decor. Okay. I need bench seating, someplace to sit and put on your shoes. It does not have to be a bench. It could be a table. We could build it out of beams. It could be a shelf on the floor. It could be a crate. It could be a couple of crates. It could be this thing. I might put this thing down just for the meantime. That's kind of the right idea. Yeah, Endeavor XP is also separate for each house. That's also true. Decor XP applies to both. Figured if I wanted to do more about me or my main favorite class, yeah. Heaven knows we have crates. Oh yeah, I went out to get those fishing rods. I didn't put them down. There we go. Do I have a fish I can hang on my wall? I have a shrine of the smoking fish I could put on my wall. Where is the singing bass? Come on, Blizzard. Clip a stool or anything, you can make it an object you can sit with. Yeah, it's a good tip. I've just been doing this. I've just been hopping up and then /sit to plonk myself on top of any particular thing, but it's definitely not as fast as clicking on it. What do I want to do? I like this. I like this. This is not my crate. My shoe bench. I may have collected too much decor. I may have more things than I know what to do with. A little wardrobe. These little wood cabinets are kind of nice. I need this interface to be bigger, honestly. I need the previews. And I know I can like click on things, but like I'm doing a lot of this. Crate expectations. Crate and barrel. Somewhere to combine a real bench. Yep. You can embed what Derpsky's was saying. You can embed a stool into an item if you want to right click sit on it. That's not my problem right now though. My problems are personal. I want to say you're my go-to for raid mechanics and bosses. Aw, shucks. Thanks. Thanks for watching them. Anyway. Greenway macaw, favorite birds ever. That's my favorite, like my original pet. That was the one that got me into pet collecting. Trying to decide if cute or if not cute. Might end up wanting it for something else. Is it barbaric to have waffles with that maple syrup? I feel like it's my civic duty to use at least a little maple syrup. I love jam and fruit on waffles though. Jam and fruit and whipped cream are kind of the goats. I'm gonna leave this over here for now. It adds texture. I think it's too busy behind the fishing rods. And then scooch these guys up a little bit. Leave that there for the moment. Can always, if we hate something, we can always get rid of it. This is what we have to remember: is we can always, you know, destroy everything like a child with a sandcastle. Can drag the bottom right corner and make the interface wider if that helps. Let me look. It lets you preview more stuff. That does help a little bit. It doesn't seem to let you, it lets you preview more things, but it doesn't seem to make them any bigger, but that's okay. Yeah, don't feel defeat, just delete. I didn't know that was adjustable either. That's really nice. It does, of course, make it take up more room, but if you're looking for something, can be kind of helpful. The seating bench is the most important thing. I don't think we have any placeable shoes. I could try to fashion shoes, but that's kind of a later me problem. I need... and there's lots of benches that I could just pick and put down. I might try to make something, though. Let's look at some benches. That's like a park bench. It's a workbench. That's kind of funny, actually. I don't remember this one. I haven't seen that before. Plumber thing seems like a plumber thing. It might be. Do I have plumber on? I know I installed it to check it out for the housing. No, plumber's not enabled right now. Can't be plumber. That's a nice bench. It's not what I'm looking for, though. I need my bench to have some storage underneath it. So I think maybe what I'm looking for is more crate adjacent. Or perhaps I might need to actually... build something. The axis for when your laces are really stuck. I know, I need to be able to spread this onto separate monitors. Yeah, I was thinking you can open crates sideways and stack them. There's open crates. We have all kinds of those. So like you could take like this and you could rotate it to make kind of like shoe cubbies. And then if you want, you could do like a couple of those. And then maybe like a panel or a beam. What are those things called? Platforms? Yeah. You could take some platforming. And like beams, and you could literally build it. And then you would have shoe cubbies. Starts looking a little big for my gnome to sit on, but I'm not gonna like spend too much time with this. Because I'm not committed to it yet. That one doesn't need to come up, that one needs to come down. Just want to kind of like eyeball if it looks nice enough for me to want to actually do it, the cubby thing. Because if I'm going to spend all day making a shoe bench, it better be cute. I want to look also, while I'm thinking about this, I want to look at some shelving and I want to look at some wall pegs. We have lots of shelving. I'm thinking open shelving is going to be kind of the move for this room. Sort of that situation. Yeah, it might be ADT might let me do that. I have it. You can copy paste decor with add-ons. Advanced decorating tools lets you do it, and so does Plumber. I might need more open crates. I want to see what kind of let's see, wall mounted. There's a this thing. Yeah. This thing. It's huge. It's like twice the size of my bed. Hang on. I'm gonna have to get used to ADT again. Why is it massive? Could do like that. That is the best wall rack, no joke. Giant keys you could hang on it. I want to hang like coats and hats and stuff, but I mean, we have armor racks. If we just look at rack, there's also... Oh, I kind of like that actually. That's more like it. I was going to build something like this, but that one's kind of prefab. That's nice. We also have things like standing weapon racks, wall-mounted racks. That's another kind of pegboard for like coats and stuff. Could do 2 of them. This is nice though. A little more rugged, but I feel like I like it a bit better. This one's looking like a headboard. I don't know if I want it squarer. I also, if I decided I just wanted the pegs, we could just do that with like, we could do that with like beam ends or something. XYZ? Oh, it lets me nudge it. Oh, okay. This is advanced decorating tools. It's definitely got some work that I could do. So if I wanted to have bigger, I could even... How small can I make them? I can make them even smaller. That's the minimum size for a beam. If you want to make a peg out of a beam, that's as small as it's going to get. Pay 50 gold for a visit to the house. I think they could add a donation box, kind of like Animal Crossing has, where people can, if they want to, like tip. But I think that having a fee on entry would be a bit much. Hold shift down, it'll move in 15 degree sections. Yeah. I'm basically just thinking about... how I want to handle my shoe rack. This little spike poking out of the banded crate's kind of not so good. I'm constantly closing my interface. There's other open crates too. Basket for your umbrellas. Mm-hmm. Okay. There's also texture to make sure you don't slip off. These are so cute. Sometimes I get carried away. It's so big. I just want to like see stuff, you know? Hey, Slim Chat. Hey, how you doing? How are things? So for mirrors, we have some standing mirrors. We also have some wall mirrors we can do. I feel like with the natural light, this would be a great place for your outfit of the day picture. I did get my shards. I totally did. I'm gonna have to think about this. We'll leave that there for now. Open crates. So we have open iron reinforced. This is an open crude banded crate. The open iron reinforced crate, if we rotate it. Yeah, that's better. Just trying to pick a crate to make a shoe bench out of. Also a bunch of chunky stuff on it. We have an open carved crate. That might be the one. It's gonna take me a while to get better at these tools, but we're gonna do it. Woohoo! I do like that. Wow! I lost it! I lost it! Come back! I don't know why it left me. Missing any mounts? Yeah, it's in the void now. All right, there's a way to do this. Hang on, what is it? I don't know where it is in advanced decorating tools. The place decor list. Here, let's remove all our open crates. I think the carved one. Oh, it's back. That was the one, right? And we're just gonna get rid of all the open crates. Crates back. Crates off to Argus. Button 2 and then hamburger. Yeah. I couldn't for $1 million tell you what button 2 is. But we're back on track. Got a walkabout. Okay, so I want to use, I'm pretty sure, the carved crates for this. I should really kind of do a proof of concept before I go buying more than the open carved crates. So we're going to do this. We're going to 90 degrees. Slide it kind of against the wall. Maybe rotate it again. But like this way. We want it to be wide. Why am I at 187? How did I get off axis? I must have dragged it. Practice. 90 degrees. How did I do that? Anyway. I swear the floor is crooked at this point. I'm constantly closing my my editor. Okay, am I nuts? It's a square, isn't it? I could have sworn this thing was wider, like taller than it is wide. But I think I've rotated it like 4 times and come to that same conclusion. It's a square. Okay. That is still the best bet, though, for the bench that I want to build, I'm pretty sure. So I think I'm going to get more copies of that. Because I think if we do that, and then we do some, like, beams and platforms and stuff, you know. I think it's going to look nice. Maybe. You can customize the crate as well. So we can dye it to a darker color. A different color. That's nice. Voldoon taupe. Voldoon taupe. Oh my god. This will be good practice for later when we're making, like, ovens and garbage. Shoes go in the square hole. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna need a bunch more of those. The only other thing I want to look at is I just want to have a look before I go building this thing and see if anywhere in my furnishings, if there is an item that I like better that's kind of prefab here. Because I swear I saw some stuff that was pretty close. Like, these little wooden cabinets are kind of cute. I could maybe even put one, like, into it, you know? Like, you shrink it, you scooch it. You know, maybe you fill in the gaps with more beams. I'm also probably gonna need to buy like 100 beams. Hang on, I have an idea. No. F2. There we go. So now we've got that. Now we've got that bound. So we've got it hotkeyed. So we can work with it. Shift 2 and then this one. Yeah. 3. Shrink it. Scooch it. Bop it. Squish it. I'm just seeing if I can blend the edges of that with this, or if I'm dumb and this is a bad idea. Leaning towards dumb and this is a bad idea. Hang on. Nope. If I want cupboard doors, I'll make them myself. All right. We're gonna go buy some more banded crates. I think I left Barnacles out there. Never had a Poppet as a kid. Me neither. I don't even know if I saw the commercial on the TV, but I sure know about it now. Barnacles. Dritz. You know we'll never be able to use this clothing rack. Listen, she's a priest. She can levitate. Stormwind weapon rack flipped upside down makes bench legs. Stormwind weapon rack. I might try that. Advanced decorating tools, even if I feel way too stupid to use it, does seem super helpful. Being able to hotkey stuff I think is going to come in really handy. I'm looking for the open carved crate. These guys. Give me a bunch of these. I'm gonna need some Voldoon taupe dye. I use lots of these. I have lots of them though. I was also looking for... a lot of weapon racks. Beams and stuff. Beams and stuff are... we've got platforms. I think the small ones are probably the... we're gonna end up using a bunch of these. And then I'm gonna need a bunch of beams, I'm sure. Are you not the guy that has the beams? You look like you should have them. At least the Stormwind ones. No? Who are you? Ah, we're gonna need more of the rugs. This is where all the gold's gonna go. Come check my neighbor's blown up car battery. Good luck. Careful. Jim has the beams. Jim! Jim! I can't target a Jim. Got Belemeth beams. I've got elven stuff. Why does the dwarf have the elven stuff? This is Brother Noodle. He has noodles. I feel like I scrolled past them. Ah, yes, this thing. Okay, so I have 16 of these. I'm sure I'm gonna need, like, a lot. Oh, it's a joke. Jim Beam. It's a liquor joke. I'm Googling this. What kind of a name is Beam? Oh, it's Kentucky whiskey. Yeah. Alright. Like the whiskey. Listen, I'm not a big drinker. And if I was, I'm drinking Canadian. Does that mean Quartermaster Daniels would have the jacks, right? Alright, it is 10:46. I gotta take a short break. I'm gonna leave you guys with little Moosey Bear action. I will be back. What? I don't want to come back. I just want to watch Moosey on the BRB screen. Even though I went and I gave him a hug in real life. House is getting so awesome. Nice. That's gotta be a good feeling. I tried to fly back to my house. I don't know. No, I don't need to fly back to it on this character. This character's just for shopping. Very good, Moose Cam. It's pre-tape, I should be clear. I've got a library of pre-taped Moosey snoozing clips. So that we can have so that there can be something on the screen when I'm AFK. He is snoozing IRL though. That's why the quality is vaguely better than webcam, although not much. It's just my phone. I have like thousands of dollars worth of cameras and I can never be bothered to stick them on a tripod. I love him. Makes me want another dog. He's such a good boy. Oh, I didn't get any Voldoon taupe. I guess I can buy some. That's what auction house mats are for. I like my entryway with the windows on either side of it. I know that's basic as hell, but like I'm kind of into it. Hello. Hi, Scarlett. How you doing? You exist. I exist too. I'm cold. I'm trying to wear a t-shirt like it's not February. Voldoon taupe. 50 gold, huh? Let me think about this. See if I can make it any cheaper than that. I might want a bunch of it. Can't decorate in WoW, but I can decorate in The Sims. Irchi, thank you for the 41-month resub. Appreciate it. I had to wait a day because I didn't want your partner getting suspicious. Because a handsome gentleman gave you a subscription on Valentine's Day. I'm sure you'll understand. Thanks. Thanks, bud. Mysterious strangers. We are checking in on the alchemy, the dye crafting. That's what we're trying to do. So I just need brown pigment, brown dye pigment, which is worth $42.99. Midnight Alchemy or Midnight Inscription. Wait, what? Klimas, thank you for the brandy sub. Appreciate it. Looks to be at temperatures above 0 long enough to get the snow melting. Hang on a second. I need brown pigment. I need to remind myself how this works. I'm an alchemist. I can do this. Brown dye pigment. I just want like a list of herbs that I can... I swear I've made dye before. I've just forgotten how it all works. Yeah, Wad Garrison herbs. Usually I just kind of like look at the list of herbs and I eyeball it. Oh, nice. Wowhead has a table here. Like a nice spreadsheet in the comments. Look at this. Look at this excellent work somebody's done. Salvaging herbs. It breaks them down into color and like a dozen options. So for brown, Briarthorn, Dreaming Glory, Gorgon Flytrap would be our horde option, or our wad option. Mica Bloom might also work well for us here. So let me see. Let's see which one's cheaper. 4 gold apiece for Flytrap. Mica Bloom can be had. Yeah, about 4 gold apiece. So if I buy like 50 of these for 200 gold, which is about 4 dies worth of gold, then we can turn it into... We can mill that 10 times. Oh, it's 10 per. How much pigment do you need to make a... So I spent 200 gold. I got 5 pigment. I can make 5 dye. So it is profitable, because these are selling for 42 gold. No, it's pretty much bang on. Okay. I guess that makes sense. But at least now I've made it myself. But in the future, I might just buy it off a vendor. It's for Garrison Gardens again. Yeah. Yeah. Can you combine pigments to make new shades, or is my time spent learning the color wheel all wasted? Yeah. I don't know if I thank Limaz for my Prime sub. Thank you very much. Alright, back to work on the Mudroom. If we do one thing today, it's going to be starting the Mudroom. Alright. Do I want, like... Hang on. How did I turn my grid off? Do we know? I lost my grid. Toggle grid X. It's not. It's working, but it's only working over there. Seems a bit funky. Because I want to raise these up. Oh, there it is. Now it's back. I want to raise these up even a little bit more, and I want to put shelves under them that I can put some flowers on, or some, like, grass or something. I want some wall shelves. I'm going to need copies of wall shelves. We're going to end up using a bunch of them. But if we don't like any of, like, this, we can definitely go for, we can kind of put it together with beams. Centered on whatever you're moving or selected. Oh. That's the Vildraken one. Eric Cohen shelf. I mean, we've got tons of them. Gilnean wall shelf. Kaldori wall shelf. Yeah, there's light coming in through the windows now. If we want... Let's shrink it. Let's rotate it. Maybe scooch it out some. No, 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 come back. Happens. I'm trying to figure out if I'm crazy or if this is a good idea. My axes are all jacked up. I'm leaning towards crazy. Alright, forget the curved one. Let's do something vaguely easier. Oh, you can do it by increments that way too. That's nice. Trying to decide if cute. Do I want it under the windowsill frame? More like that? Because what I'm trying to do here is something predictable. I want a little bush. I want a little plant friend. All right. I thought that would copy the assets. It didn't. I think we're at 50%. Can still scooch-a-rooney. I think we ended up liking it actually just a tiny hair under the window frame. We can clip it right through if we want. But then the plant's going to block the window a bit more. Do like that, actually. It's kind of nice. No, things that you clip through the wall don't hang out on the exterior of your house. This is the front door of my house. Third one cute, maybe something other than the platform. Yeah. It's funny, I started in the mudroom to keep it simple, and I'm doing the entryway instead because that's the only thing that could possibly be simpler. This one needs to come down just like a smidge. And it needs to come down or needs to come up? I think it needs to come down. Yeah, happy with that. It only looks close to the wall because of the mirror right here. Yeah, if there's a room behind it, then yeah, then you have clipping problems. I'm gonna start by hanging a light, actually. Because I'm gonna need like some lighting for this room. We have options. We definitely have options. We can also get more stuff if need be, but I want to be able to see in here. That actually adds a decent amount of light, that wrought iron chandelier. These are cool. Valdraken one hangs pretty low. You can clip it up if you want. If I wanted to raise it, we could, and I didn't mind losing the little covery thingy. We could just send it straight up. No, it's too much though. It's doing too much. I think for now, just plonk this right in the middle just to have a little extra light. Is it time for me to build my shoe rack, I guess is the question. We have... And do I want anything else in the actual, like, entryway? Maybe like a little shelf for your keys or something? I know that's a windowsill, but that's kind of more about... That's less about your keys, and that's more about, like, a plant. Love, love, love plants. Let's work on the shoe rack. Let's figure out what size we want this thing to be. "90 degrees. I always end up skewed a little bit. Windowsills are for cats to sit on. Yeah, I wouldn't mind having some, armor racks you could apply, like, mogs to and stuff. I'm really not good at this yet. I don't know why I keep skewing it a tiny bit. I start with one that's completely square, And then I go to rotate it. I'm holding shift. I'm doing it by increments. I can do this 90 degrees, but now all of a sudden as soon as I tilt it 90, it's clipping. It's a bug. Okay. I'll just make my piece then. We can just kind of deal. So we don't actually need it flat against the wall because we're going to kind of cover it up with platforms a little bit. We can use that grid to kind of make sure it's lined up. Is that the size of the shoebox or is it too big? It might be a bit too big. Let's try shrinking it. Because remember, it's just a shoe cubby. Okay. I can't. I thought I could paste my, like my... Oh, interesting. I thought I could paste my... Check your shoe size. I think my, Wendigo slippers will just about fit in there. It's so small! I thought I could paste attributes. Like, so I don't have to, like, rescale and rotate another one. Oh, well. Rescale and rotate it is. So this is at 70%. So we take it down to 70. We take it down to 90. We try to fix it. We scooch. We scooch. We've upset the balance of the universe. It's okay if the cubbies aren't like completely like next to each other, although it's cute if they're pretty close, isn't it? There is Control-C, Control-V in add-ons. There's none in the default game. How many shoe cubbies do I want? How many shoes can I have? Oh, it's going to be such a pain in the butt to move all of this if I want to scooch it when I'm done. I know that's coming, but it's not in yet. Because I don't know exactly where if I want to place it. I don't think I want to place it flush with the edge. Yeah, it's got to be an even number. It's going to be either 3 or 5. We could also make it double decked if we want to, kind of like an IKEA one, but I don't think we're going to do that. I think we're just going to do this again. Take it down to 70. Rotate it. See if we can get any faster at this. 90 degrees. Scooch it. Scooch it. Fix it. Nope. That's so frustrating because it's like so close to working so much faster with the fixed degrees, but it's that little bug that offsets it, I think, is gonna drive me nuts. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, man. Yeah, that's cute. Love a cubby. Okay. I am kind of making a calyx. You see, it's I can't get away from them. Oh. Talk about being too IKEA. Bring the IKEA to myself over here. I think this is fine. I think we should start covering it. These are so big. You can recreate your home office. I could actually. I could genuinely build. That might be so stinking cute. If I, in some room in here, build out my streaming setup, but in WoW housing. IKEA invades WoW. Yeah, that would be really good. I think that'd be fun. So what I'm trying to do is cover it just enough to kind of like overlay the texture here. We can fill in this back gap if we want. We could scooch out the whole thing farther back as well. I'm just making like a little shoe bench. I really wish I could copy attributes. That would save me a ton of time. I could have sworn I had an add-on that would let me copy attributes, but at least the scaling that I'm doing is, like, locking the scaling is helping. Because before I was just doing all this by eyeball, and that sucked. This is going to be not quite two of them, isn't it? I guess we can clip one of them in. At least they're all the same size. It's so small. Looks like it's gonna be too fidgety for me. You don't have to build furniture. What I'm doing with the crates here is like completely extra, not necessary. You so don't have to build furniture. There's a bajillion pieces of furniture that are like kind of pre-made, looking good, ready to go. This is not something they're expecting you to do. It's just I've been ruined by the internet, and I feel like I must make something unique and not just pre-made. I actually don't hate that little bit of texture from the crate. I think it makes it look a little more unique. I think it take quite some time. It is 11:11. Make a wish. I have accomplished, well, actually not nothing. I'm not mad at it. This is kind of cute. I haven't seen, oh, if I clip it in far enough to see that on the outside, I'm gonna also see it on the inside, and I think that's gonna bother me. I think instead we're gonna make it kind of disappear right there. Oh, that looks bad right there though. We have a little bit of extra. We can do a little overhang situation. Because we have extra grooves to work with over here. Could even take it out like a full amount. There we go. I may try to dye these platforms as well if we want to change the colors. That's an option. I think this is right now primarily good practice at just using beams and platforms to kind of like clonk pieces on together to make something that didn't exist or maybe didn't look quite right before. Which is not something I've spent a lot of time doing so far. Oh, you can't customize that platform. Okay, so I'm stuck with that color. I wish I had shoes. Yeah, no, you can't dye them. I thought you could. I kind of wish I had shoes. I feel like I spent a long time making this. Do we need another rug? Build shoes! You could put cushions on top. Yeah. You're right, it needs something. They don't exist unless they're on our feet. We gotta be able to place our armor. I would kill to be able to just, like, forget mounts and pets, although don't forget them, I do want those, but, like, let me put boots in my house. Boots in one of the Alliance pieces. Do you remember what it's called? Plate? Tube cushions inside? Maybe. What do I want to do now? Do I want to... Table decor and veggies. This is kind of large, isn't it? For a gnome. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't vault the ceiling. The ceiling already looks high enough. I don't want the thing to be right over top of it. I'd rather it be kind of next to it. Little coat rack. Wouldn't hate putting the coat rack on this side, actually. Or like a tiny one for keys. Because there was the other one. There's this as well. I feel like one of these is for keys and one of these is for coats. I do think I have to make things short so my gnome can reach them. Otherwise it's just gonna look ridiculous. Trademark it, sell it on the WoW store. We're gonna do open shelving. I'm gonna try to find a shelf that I like. I really wish you could hang coats and stuff. I feel like that would make... I feel like that would make it so good. Armillary is probably gonna stay in this room. I guess I don't know. Could put it on something. Yeah, I'm gonna put plants in the windowsills. I just haven't decided what yet. I guess I could do that now. I like doing wicker, like these open baskets. Shrink that down a lot. And then just finding any kind of plant. I feel like this is going to be more of like a greenery and less of like a... I'm going to not stress too much about budget just yet. Although that is as small as that cactus gets. Kind of cute. Kind of cute. If I ever start running out of budget, I'll pick for stuff like that. Yeah, this is my front door. It's kind of giving Toy Story. Do we have like a wide open crate? Hang on. Gonna do something vaguely diabolical. Oh, sometimes those just fly away from me. I think it's because I've gotten too far from the original place I started adjusting them from. Well, you know what it is? It's an asymmetrical planter. This is something I didn't do nearly enough of last time, was just shrinking things down. Although sometimes there's as small as they can go. Shrinking things down and having them in miniature. I did a lot of blowing things up and making them bigger. It's the camera angle making them fly away. I think it's pixies. Because I want to look top down at it. I want it. That's where I need to see. Kind of cute, kind of cute, kind of cute. Oh, yep. All right. Happy with that. Gosh, I'm bad at nudging things. I gotta be careful with that or it's gonna go through. Is that cute or am I doing too much? Kind of doing too much. Different curtains. Maybe like the Tide Valence? Maybe not even curtains. Could use a little something though. Look a little bare. I haven't figured out what these are for. Something. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Advanced decorating tools. That's what you're currently looking at. I love the Brain Puppy Red. That's why I have so much of it. What if I made it gold? Gold. Yeah. I have a video I put it on YouTube this past week about housing add-ons that showcases this among other ones, but advanced decorating tools is I think what you're looking for. I think I'm gonna leave it, and then I'm gonna see if I like it in... Oh, oopsies. Never did dye it, did I? See if I like it. Wait. No! See if I like it later on, and if I hate it, we can just kind of redo it. Same thing. Wait, what size is this one? It's 40%. Nope, come back. A little higher. Just barely touching that top. Yeah. And then probably centered on it would be good. Yeah, okay. Okay. I feel like details, even if I'm not happy with them yet, just having details I think is gonna help everything look more done, so to speak. This frickin' thing is killing me. New add-ons video with the changes? Yeah, probably. Might do something kind of covering my UI and what I end up actually using. I'm still kind of figuring out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of. Dude, it's a night elf friend to water plants. You need a nightshade for the coffin planter. True. Okay, I'm happy with this. This is cute. I don't know if this is where that goes. Might end up going somewhere else. Wait. Natural light, please. Yeah, there we go. I feel like... Alright, so you've got like your welcome mat. You've got your little entryway. I feel like I'm gonna have a lot. I mean, these are all things that you can just buy in the vendors, so I can have, if I want, lots of windows and curtains and windowsills and plants. I can do that. I'm allowed. This doesn't feel very done. The fishing corner's cute. The... Ooh. Yeah, that goes... Well... Is it sin to make it upside down? I was gonna say that goes kind of in the same area. Yeah, maybe. I'm happy with that for now. Needs a rug. Also probably needs like accents. But we don't wanna overdo things, you know? Love the rolled scarab rug. A lot of stuff I've gotten that I just don't have. I haven't even seen it yet. Like, I don't remember this. Backpacks look cute. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're smart. What? What? All right. How do I have a little loop? Panting. Heavy breathing. How am I gonna make a little hanging loop? I know I could just clip it into the peg. I don't want to do that. Unless I have to. What is this? Oh, it's adorable. Oh, I love that. Gotta use that somewhere. That's not what it is, though. Straps? What kind of straps? Mug handle, maybe? I could hang it from a strap in the back. I feel like if I do that, it's gonna... I like this angle, you know? I feel like in real life, if I'm hanging a backpack, I'm gonna hang it from a top handle. We would have to, like... I don't know. I don't know about that. Valid, but not, I think, what I'm doing here. Also, I lost how I had it before. Traveler's pack. I might try the mug handle thing. So, we put it underneath. We shrink it down a little bit because it's a little big. And then we have to skew it a little bit. So, I want it leaning forward, and I want it with a little bit of a tilt. Lean forward a little more of a tilt. Tiny skew, just to make it look a bit natural. Before I jam a mug into it. Okay. Oh, you might be a genius. Oh, come on. Can't dye the mug, can I? kitty. Oh, sorry. I just bumped. You're okay. Hi. Yeah, you can bulk import pet battle teams. So I guess what I should do is I should hang the mug on the weapon rack. I should maybe scale it up as well. Although not so much it doesn't fit inside anymore. Hang the mug. And then... It just looks like I'm carrying a giant mug in my bag. Oh. Hi, baby girl. Here, cat break. Hi. How are ya? I love you. I love you. I'm a big fan. You're my favorite kitty in the whole wide world. Hey. And that's a lot of kitties. I've checked. Other mug might color match better. Yeah. She's so cute. She's such a nice girl. She's such a gentle soul. You know? I just want to feed you salmon. You don't want to eat salmon, though. You're doing good for an old gal. She seems to be feeling better. The other funny thing about putting the coffee is that it steams. So it's kind of steaming out of the mug handle. I like the idea. I like the idea, but we're gonna try something else. I could also just levitate it and let your eyes edit in the hanging, you know what I mean? Like I could just kind of like leave it and then people will just... Well, it's a magic backpack. This is not gonna work. This has a train on it. Such a pretty kitty. Oh, my milk. I need a little loop is what I need. Like a leather loop situation. Some things may not get small enough to be useful here. Nope, that's not going to get small enough to be useful. I don't want a hook. I want a loop. What kind of a backpack has a hook on it? Weird one. Lots of things have hooks. I don't think the low march is going to go nearly small enough. Four down from the top on the right-hand side. The snail cart? Captain Hook's backpack. Captain Hook's backpack might have a hook. Not a big enough arc on it. Oh no, this thing is a train. This is never gonna work. You would have a train looping around the entire time. It does have the right kind of curve, but it's a train track. Staff looking thing. I think the bottom of the staff is gonna stick out of the backpack. Maybe. Yeah. Let me just look through literally everything I have. Okay, as soon as I heard redoing the whole place, yep. I've deleted everything. I've laid out my rooms. So this is going to be Mudroom. Hi, kitty. This is going to be the Mudroom. This is kind of just for future expansion. This is going to be living room. That's going to be kitchen. That's going to be bedroom. And then that's going to be bathroom. And that's the whole place. I think it's gonna... I think that's as much as I can handle. So far, this is as much as I can handle. This is what I've done today, is I've in my 3-hour stream that we're 2.5 hours into, I've done the layout. I've picked these little windows. I've put some flowers and a little coffin over there. I've made an IKEA shelf out of crates. And we're trying to hang a backpack on a on our clothing rack. What's funny is I'm gonna end up moving this stupid weapon rack anyway. And I'm currently trying to do something that is not possible. My baby. Have a think here. Well, you're right. It's not a hook. It is a loop. A little bit metal, isn't it? Let's try shrinking it. No, that's never gonna work. Looked better in the catalog. There was 0 guild drama over who got what plot. They're almost all available. I don't think anybody was competing for anybody else's. Our guild's not very big or active at this particular moment in time. That's a hook. I mean, I guess... Wait, no, I'm dumb. It's never gonna work. There's a basket hanging out of the bottom of it. Aside from someone troll taking the Alani, that's just Flabby giving me a hard time. I love this Murloc hut. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but nothing. Got a bunch of pieces I don't have yet. I went pretty hard collecting decor. I have almost everything. I'm missing some PvP items, and that's about it. Hi! You're so cute! Meow. Cute little rug. This is going to take me the rest of my life. I'm trying to like imprint each item into my brain so that later when I like need something, I can find it. Yeah, maybe you'll be done by 12 too. Alright. Secondary option. Just forget it all. Clip the pack up a little bit. Have it hang a little closer. Have it a tiny bit farther out. Yeah, close enough. Hi. Hi, how are ya? You're so warm. Just want to squeeze you. I'm lucky my cat and my dog put up with me. So this is like gonna be kind of a shoe rack. I feel like I want like a, and I don't know if it's gonna really work with the space, but like a long, narrow rug. Maybe the hallway rug. Or like one of these situations. Although if you're putting on your shoes, do you really want to be doing it over a rug? More like a water hawk mat. You're so nice. I don't know. It's a nice hallway rug. Throw some cobwebs up. How long it's been since I've gone fishing. Yeah, I know, like doormats would be a little nicer, like just more utilitarian looking ones. I guess I could probably figure something out. Hi, you want to help down? Let me lift you. I got you. That's true, there is the one welcome map. Hearthstone doormat. It might be kind of nice as like a shoe mat over here. Meow. There's gotta be Dyed rugs as wallpaper. I'm happy with the walls. I think it's a cool technique. I don't think I'm gonna mess with it though. I wish I had some keys to hang. We don't have any keys, do we? What else would look good hanging off of a rack like this? The backpack is cute. Actually, go off. Ah! Things that are in the game. Do we have an umbrella? I would love to put an umbrella up here. Do we have one? The brawler's gloves go really hard. Yeah, hanging flowers or herbs are nice, but like it's a key rack by a door, I feel like. I guess I'm asking for stuff that we don't have. Try flipping the doormat upside down. But I like the Hearthstone on it. Now it's all boring. That's the back side of it. There's another bag, unless that's too samey. Wait, I broke it. Oh, I didn't break it, but I just forgot which way it was going. There's a goblet umbrella? But it's like a... That one, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about. It's not like hung up, is it? Is there like a folded one? Toy umbrellas? I don't have any umbrellas here. For some reason, I have watering can. I feel like that's kind of a cute thing to keep by the door. Just in case you're about to head out and... No, there isn't any parasol. Yeah, you're right. That actually would look kind of cute on the rack if we shrunk it. Because it's at least got a handle. Maybe fits the theme a little bit more than the gloves. The gloves are just cute because, like, they tack onto it so nicely. Yeah, the gloves are kind of cute. Maybe the gloves can go over on the other one. Over here by the door. Just to kind of add a little something to it. Curtains clipped into the wall for towels and coats? Which ones? I don't know if I'm going to be able to make a convincing coat. Or maybe? I'm pretty sure it still looks like a curtain. That's a curtain. I don't think I'm very good at this. Yeah. That's kind of cute for now. Let's scooch this one over a little bit, though. Yeah, okay. Wall stuff. Accents, wall hangings. We have bajillions of them. What do we want to put on the wall? Got something up there. Maybe that emblem of Rookmar. Oh, I might like this better than those ones. Hang on. Move that out of the way for a second. No, change mine. Put this back. Right about there. BGs, want a scaled down basket work as a backpack loop? Do any of the baskets have loop handles is the question. Oh, the woven basket does. Oh, you might be onto something. Hold on. Day might be saved. Possibly? I bet it can be done. All right, looking good from the front, looking good from this side, looking pretty not good from this side. Just enough to make it tolerable. Bumps up from the back a bit, but honestly, kind of worth. Yeah, I think that's the closest one. Let me try shrinking the basket. It's a slightly more, sort of wide than what I want, but... Yeah, that's better. Am I gonna do any of this off stream? I think I'm gonna have to if I want to get my house done before 2030. How chaotic do you have to be to hang a watering can in a clothing rack? I mean, it's a protest until they give me some darn coats. Yeah, it does look like there's something in the backpack. I keep thinking it's clipping out here, but it's not. It's going on in there. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. I would kill to place some boots right here. But someone said that there's boots on something, but I don't know what or where. They would be part of like a larger thing. I'm gonna go looking. I don't know if I would be able to get it to work. Probably not. I don't really have like a lot of hiding space over here. If they are part of a larger thing. What is this? Crazy. Yeah, it's like a little shoe bench. It's like a little shoe storage and a place to sit and put them on. Which I kind of like. I want to put something in the wall above it as well. Even if it's just like a little candle or something. How's my budget doing? We're only 90 budget into 3,500. Little light. There's a boot flask. You could use that. Mirror there? Yeah, mirror's right here. Check your look before you go out the door. Right there. Shrink down 2 cobbles to look like the back of shoes. Oh, maybe. Diabolical. Does it give shoes or does it give I put a rock in my cupboard? It's close. It's really close. Which is the most shoe-shaped stone? This one? No. It's not a bad idea. Honey pots? You put your shoes in your rock cupboard? I mean, I put my shoes in my dirt cupboard. It's one of the places my robot vacuum doesn't go. This is coming along. It needs... I'm going to stick the armory in here for now. It needs some more shelving. I think we're going to put an open shelf over here. Storage. How about a beer mug? Clipped in. Like this one? I don't know. I'm gonna let them give me some boots. I can't make shoes. Do I look like a cobbler? I was happy that I made an IKEA shelf. This thing looks like a chamber pot. I don't know if we want that. I was looking for a shelf. Back from Japan, I got to pet capybaras. They're a lot bigger than I thought. Nice. Maybe a little cushion wouldn't go astray. Cushion's so big. Oh no, I need another one. Oh no. Why can't I just use this one? It's because it looks dumb. Okay, we need another Sir Marcy cushion. Hang on. I need, what do I need? Ancient mana. Legion? Do we have ancient mana? Not even transferable, is it? Oh dear. It's actually so cute with just one more of those. 2 will not do. Yeah, Crawdad might have some. I gotta figure out, I think I might want purple and not red. Yeah, purple works better here. Alright, I needed at least one more purple Sir Marcy cushion. At least. Your IKEA shelf looks good, thank you. Crawdad is a horde hunter. He might have some mana. He might. I gotta go soon. I can't believe this stream's gone already. Time flies when you're decorating your mudroom. I don't like the charming seat cushion. I think it looks puffy. I need the nice one. I'm not here to compromise. Wait, long time to watch you decorate. Aw. Legion. I do have ancient mana. I'm capped on it. This is excellent news. We're heading to Surmar. We're gonna do Legion, Dollar on Hearthstone. I was just talking recently about how nicely I was sitting until I started decorating. Spent 6 hours the other day, finished maybe 2 rooms. I thought I was gonna work on like a bedroom or a living room or something. I didn't think I was gonna get stuck in the mudroom. But I feel like if I can't do the mudroom right, then I can't do anything right. So start with the smallest possible place and then work out from there. I don't have that add-on. Good idea to have an Arendelle for picking up more items. Yeah, I have to use this guy for this because he's the one with the ancient mana, which doesn't seem transferable, bizarrely enough. Gonna have to turn homebound on him. I know the Surmar cushion lady is somewhere. I'm starting to feel happy with it. There we go. Actually, nearly there. Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe. Hello? I have no hunter buttons keybound at all. So proud of my alchemy room and it's gotta move. Are you gonna wait until they let you like save it? Or are you just gonna take some screenshots and do it? Oh, this is where I'm going. Okay. So this is the one I wanted a second one of for sure. I might end up wanting more of these. I think I will. I don't know which ones though, so I'm just gonna leave him here with his ancient mana. Sounds like a room for me. Stuck in the mud room. Cold out today. Did you just kill a bunch of people to get a seat cushion? The funny thing is I didn't even need to. Killed a bunch of people because I didn't either avoid them or use my disguise earlier. Oops. My gnome's so cute. Priorities. Listen, it's the right seat cushion. It's the one that we want. Maybe I should just try to recreate the loading screen. That might be kind of fun. Hopefully I learned the cushion. I'm not sure I did. I did. Okay. I think I'm gonna, once I have them kind of on there, maybe even set in a little bit, might skew them a little bit. I'll have to decide if I want them inset or sitting on top. I think I want them on top. I think I'm gonna skew them a little bit, but let's add a second one first. Thank goodness for these tools. Yeah, because now it looks more obvious that that's a place to sit and put your shoes on. So if they are loose, then maybe they would be like a little tiny bit, maybe not skewed in that way. Maybe a little bit more like that. That might drive people nuts. Just like a degree off. Want it to look slightly less perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's the thing. Slightly more lived in. Oh my gosh, these little zones are so tiny, and I feel like it takes so much stuff to make them look populated. Happy with the shoe rack. Happy with this. Oh yeah, I was gonna pick a shelf. That's right. Also, is it just me or did this? Oh, when I moved it, it undid my natural light. Hi Hazel, hope you've been doing well. Hi Meg, right back at you. I've been doing pretty good. I'm working on my house redo. This is version 2. Scary. I'm just in my entryway right now. Did I pick out a shelf I liked? I was working on it. I got distracted by the seat cushion fiasco. I gotta go in a minute. Bleh. Storage. I want an open, kind of like a garage style shelf. I mean, that's cute, but I don't think that's what we're doing. That might be useful on a wall somewhere. May the mudroom be cool. Thanks. Thank you very much. A lot of storage items. Yeah, so something more kind of like these. That's a possibility. This is a possibility. That's a little too hoard, though. That one, if I want something less tall, might be nice. Although, maybe we use both of them in this room. And we kind of use them in different spots to get some, like, vertical height layers. Because that's something that you want in a room, is you don't want everything to be kind of the same height. You want some things to be tall, and you want some things to be low to the ground. I'm going to work on the lighting at some point. I think I like it with the shelving. I think I like the shoe bench. Let me see how many goals that we got done here. We have fishing rods. We have some key storage. Not that I have any keys for it yet. We've got a standing mirror. We've got a coat rack with no coats, but, you know. Umbrella. I'm not building an umbrella, I wish. We've got some shoe storage. We've got some shelving. We've got a little utility light, at least for now. I think maybe the hanging light. I might want to use the Dornagal one. I like this lantern a lot. Yeah, that's better. I'm going to use this. Stick it right in the middle. And I'm going to jack it up a little bit. Maybe I'm going to jack it up a lot. Not quite that much. Would it be crazy? Would it be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs to do on the ceiling a little... I just want, like, something... I don't want the chain to just hang down, you know what I mean? Like, I want, like, a little... And I don't want to use 4 budget to make, like, a platform. Let's do... And... up. Over. I can't see past myself. Just, like, a tiny bit of extra detail. I can't see past myself! There we go. What? Pretty good. Pretty good. There we go. No one's ever gonna notice that, eh? It's also not wide enough. No one's ever gonna notice that, but I like it. I think it looks nice. Alright. This is too big, actually, now you mention it. Let's make the lantern smaller and bring it down more. I know I've been messing with this lantern, but I'm actually not in love with it. Camera tools, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I want the whole thing to have attention to detail. I want it to feel very kind of finished. I want to look at my layout to see if I was gonna place any windows here. They could go here. I don't want to have windows on interior walls. I know my house is shaped funny, but... It got dark again. Thank you. Flabbergasted that the shaman lava orb inside only. I think it's because it's like a lighting item. They still haven't got those back on yet. How do you afford that in this economy, right? Gotta get your housing level up. This is coming along. This is not done. I may work on this more on stream or over the weekend, or maybe I'll do something on my own time. This is my last stream of the week. I stream Wednesdays through Sundays, so I'm about to have my Hazel weekend. I'll be back on Wednesday. In the meantime, I have a YouTube channel that has a couple of videos on it. Some of them are fairly new. If you haven't seen them and you want to, they're over there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate the company, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.